Five men set out for a simple night of basketball in California. They never came home. Their car was found abandoned in the snowy mountains. Months later, their bodies were discovered in the woods. In circumstances so strange, investigators still call it America's Dyatlov Pass. This is the chilling mystery of the Yuba County Five. Welcome to Quiet Evidence. Here we explore true crime cases, unsolved mysteries, and stories that still defy explanation. Tonight, we unravel a case that continues to haunt California more than 40 years later. On February 24, 1978, five friends from Yuba County, California, drove to Chico to watch a college basketball game. They were Jack Madruga, 30, an Army veteran; Ted Wire, 32, gentle and kind; Gary Mathias, 25, diagnosed with schizophrenia, but stable on medication; Jack Hewitt, 24, described as a big kid at heart; Bill Sterling, 29, deeply religious and friendly. They were known as the Boys. All lived with their families, all had mild intellectual or psychiatric conditions, but they were high-functioning, deeply loved, and passionate about sports. The night they vanished, they were in high spirits. The next day, they were supposed to play in their own basketball tournament. Their families say they had been looking forward to it for weeks. After the game ended around 10 p.m., the group left Chico in Madruga's car, a turquoise Mercury Montego. But instead of heading home, they drove 70 miles into the remote Plumas National Forest. No one knows why. None of them were familiar with the mountains, and none of them were dressed for snow. 2 days later, the car was found abandoned on a lonely mountain road. It was in good condition, gas tank nearly full, doors unlocked. Strangely, it wasn't stuck in the snow. Investigators could easily push it, but it was as if the men had just walked away. For months, no trace of them could be found. Families searched desperately. Police combed the woods, and then summer arrived. Snow melted, and the truth began to surface. In June 1978, a group of motorcyclists stumbled upon a deserted U.S. Forest Service trailer, 20 miles from where the car had been left. Inside, the body of Ted Wire was found. He had wasted away, lying on a mattress, wrapped in sheets. Around him were canned food supplies, matches, clothing, and a propane tank, enough to survive the harsh winter. Yet bizarrely, most of it was untouched. The fireplace had never been lit, and Ted's beard suggested he had lived for as long as 13 weeks after the disappearance. Soon after, the remains of Jack Madruga and Bill Sterling were found along a road leading to the trailer. Not far away, the bones of Jack Hewitt were discovered, scattered in the woods. But Gary Mathias, the fifth man, was never found. His shoes were inside the trailer, but his body was gone, leaving behind only more questions. Lost in the snow. The most basic explanation: the men took a wrong turn after the basketball game. Their car got stuck in snow and they panicked. But this doesn't explain why they walked so far into the wilderness, or why they didn't use the food and firewood inside the trailer. Foul play. Some believe the men were chased, perhaps threatened by locals. Witnesses reported seeing the group at a convenience store that night, possibly arguing with strangers. Did someone lure them into the forest? Gary Mathias theory. Gary, who suffered from schizophrenia, has been the focus of suspicion. Did he have a breakdown and lead the group astray, or was he himself a victim? His disappearance remains the greatest mystery. Was he lost in the mountains, or did he escape and vanish into another life? Why did five men drive into the snowy mountains that night? Why didn't they eat the food that could have saved them? Why was the car abandoned when it could have been driven? And most haunting of all, what really happened to Gary Mathias? The families never received clear answers. Decades later, the case remains open. For now, the Yuba County Five remain a haunting mystery, one that may never be solved. What's your theory about the Yuba County Five? Did they panic and get lost? Or was something sinister waiting for them in those woods? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow Quiet Evidence for more unsolved mysteries from around the world. This is Quiet Evidence, where silence hides the truth.